Now, let me take you back to this. This is what happened. After 4,000 years is when Christ came and the cross took place. So 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. All right? When Christ came and the New Testament began, they stepped into the 5th day. Right? They stepped into that next 1,000-year period. God clearly divided this up into 1,000-year periods. Because as we read Hosea Wednesday night, 6, 1 and 2, he talked to Israel and he said, you will be scattered for 2 days. And then on the 3rd day, I'll raise you up and you'll live in my sight. That's that millennial period here, that 3rd day, because Jesus will actually be here, like we talked about. And they're going to be able to see him. It's not just his presence, right? We're living in his presence now, but in his sight. All right, so Israel's coming home. They did. That's what he was saying to them. The prophet was saying, God will raise you back up, and they did. They came back. So then that makes John be writing right here on Friday morning. I'm going to put it in us Gentiles talk, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's gone. John's writing on Friday morning. The last Sabbath, if you want to call it that 7th day is a day of rest, right? Millennial. So John was writing on Friday morning. When we get, if you work a work week, and we've all done that, some of you may be like me, you're on call all the time. But when I worked in the mines, which just didn't necessarily work there either, but you worked that Friday, when you went to work Friday morning, you felt like most of the week was over, right? I mean, it was a good feeling, right? You got another weekend. And so we're living right here on Saturday night. That's where we're at. So God said to John, do not seal this up because the time is here. And if you go back, and I took you there a couple of weeks ago in Matthew 24 and Luke 21, you realize that a lot of what Jesus prophesied kicked off right here. He told the Jews, said, you're going to be scattered into every nation. That was part of the end time prophecy. That's kicking that end of time off. And he said Jerusalem will be trampled by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles is over. Well, guess what? Right over here, that stopped. So we are so close to the end here, and we need to make sure that what's important to God is important to us. That's where we need to be. We need to quit being so focused on our own lives, whatever that means to you, and make sure our focus is on him and his plan.